Welcome to the 2026 Mayor's Day of Volunteer Recognition. We have so many amazing volunteers to recognize this afternoon. First, let's send a huge thank you to our performers, Los Jaraneros del Valle. Los Jaraneros is a musical group bringing sonorocho-style music to New Mexico's rich art and music scene. I'll now ask that they kick off our celebration with their final song. Please give one more round of applause for Los Jaraneros del Valle. Thank you so much to our musicians, Los Areneros. My name is Miriam McIntosh. I'm the Development and Operations Director for Junior Achievement of New Mexico, and I'm also the chair for the Albuquerque Volunteers Advisory Board. Woo-hoo. Today, we come together to celebrate the impact of our fellow community members and their invaluable contributions as volunteers. Our awardees today provide services to people's homes, champion accessible early childhood education, serve as peer-to-peer companions, support homeless youth and human trafficking survivors, represent and pass down cultural practices and history, create space for those on a recovery journey, and make healthcare accessible for non-English speakers. Oh, there we go. Each awardee is being honored today with the highest level of recognition our city has to offer because of their outstanding contributions as a volunteer. And I cannot wait for you to meet them all. They're pretty amazing. But first, I want to share a little bit about our Albuquerque Volunteers Advisory Board. We support volunteer activities and recognition throughout the city. We also volunteer together as a team with local nonprofits, such as Ronald McDonald House Charities and Locker 505's Student Clothing Bank, just to name a few. Our board provides networking opportunities and support for volunteer coordinators as part of our Community of Practice events. We co-host recognition receptions with the Office of Civic Engagement to honor Volunteers of the Month, alongside One Albuquerque Awards. Our ceremony planning committee, our board members, and our amazing city staffer, Mariah Harrison, have spent countless hours curating this event today. It's work, but it's fun work because our awardees really deserve this. Will all of our board members of the Albuquerque Volunteers Advisory Board please stand for a round of applause? Woo! Thank you. I just want to say on a personal note, thank you to all of our board members for your time, your dedication, the way that we show up together as a team to bring recognition and some honor for our volunteers throughout the city really means a lot. You all are truly amazing human beings, and you make our monthly meetings and sometimes our weekly meetings, whenever we're planning events like these, really fun to be a part of, and so I really appreciate you all. Thank you. At this time, it is my privilege to introduce our first guest of honor, First Lady Elizabeth Kistin Keller. Let's give her a round of applause as she comes up on stage. There she is. Thank you. I just want to say really quick, First Lady Kistin Keller, you truly embody genuine service as I speak to you behind me. You truly embody genuine service, showing up for our community with compassion and purpose. Your commitment to Albuquerque shines through in everything you do. So let's take a moment to express our appreciation for First Lady Kistin Keller.
So I just want to start by thanking Miriam and again the entire ABQ Volunteer Advisory Board. The work that goes into not just putting together today's event, but the work we do year-round to recognize and honor volunteers in our community. None of it would happen without their hard work, their insights, and their love for our community that bring them to do this work. So I also want to start by saying welcome and congratulations to each of you. I will soon be joined up here by Tim, by the mayor as well. He's running from meeting to meetings, as is often the case. But I can tell you that both of us and from our entire family, we are so grateful for all of you, for the awardees that we're recognizing today, but also to each and every one of you that make up the communities that make their service possible. And especially for those of you that took time to nominate excellent volunteers in our community. We know in this moment in our community, when so many folks are struggling with loneliness and with disconnection, the volunteer service, the direct service you all provide, but also the work you do to tell stories about the service, about what you get out of it as an individual, in addition to what it brings to the community, makes such a tremendous impact across Albuquerque. So I also want to start by thanking the Office of Civic Engagement. We are celebrating, oh, this guy. Yeah, welcome. Glad you can make it.
I'm a tiny bit late.
Not a surprise.
Exactly. You're in great hands.
We're good.
Keep going.
The Office of Civic Engagement. So as many of you know, we're celebrating National Volunteer Month in April and are so appreciative of the work they do. As far as city teams go, I also want to extend our appreciation to the museum for hosting this event and to our One ABQ media team. As you'll see, one of the greatest treasures of what this honoring has become is the creation of videos. Hard work from both our awardee recipients and our One ABQ media team that become a real treasure for awardees to share with their families, for organizations to share with existing and prospective volunteers, and for all of us to share throughout the community as we continue to motivate folks to find something, however small or however big, where they can give their time and love and energy back to the community. So thank you for what you do and for all of the difference it makes.
All right. So round of applause for all those folks. We know that this takes, there's always this thing about volunteering, which is that you have to set up a team. Like, it takes non-volunteers to actually create more volunteers. And that's something that we committed to way back when we started with creating the Office of Civic Engagement, which actually didn't exist before. So a lot of you have helped in the city, done volunteer work, for some of you your entire lives and with the city. But the amazing thing is, over time, we have really proven that you can engage lots and lots of people in a better, more impactful way if you actually also invest in it. And that investment was our team of civic engagement. And so that's why we get to share with you today that this year we broke the record for all-time volunteers in the city of Albuquerque in a year. 4,669 people volunteered. So that is an awesome accomplishment. The other thing is we track this. So until we had that office, maybe in the 80s we had more volunteers. I don't know, it's possible. But now we actually can track our progress. And so that's a really special thing for us. And that equates to basically almost exactly, it's about 4,000 hours shy, 96,000 hours of volunteer hours. And if you do like a kind of per dollar cost on that, that is the equivalent of $2.7 million of payroll, basically, that you all gave for free. That is awesome. So another round of applause for helping us out in such a great way. And what we love about this, too, is part of organizing folks is making sure that more people actually get an opportunity to see what opportunities there are to be a volunteer. So if you think of it like kind of a funnel, we have all of you who are volunteering and doing great work, but we want to continue to fill that funnel. And the amazing thing is now we have 36,000 Burqueños on our list and in our database who at least want to volunteer. That is awesome. So we've got like the pool of folks, and then we're working to engage them, and you can see how we're actually trying to manage getting people in a place where they can help out and find something that works for them. And going through that matchmaking process that you've already found, but it's like, look, I might be free on Monday afternoons and I love animals, so I'm going to volunteer at animal welfare on those days. That kind of matchmaking is what we get better and better at. And with 36,000 people in the pipeline, we know next year we're hopefully going to be able to break the 5,000 volunteer mark for the first time ever.
Excellent. Well, we just want to say, as Miriam already alluded to, today is a really special day to not just thank all of the volunteers in our city, but really to recognize the exceptional service and the teams that have nominated them. So you're going to learn a lot more about where they come from. But as you listen to these stories, I would just ask you to reflect on the breadth and the depth of the service that's reflected in today's honorees. So as we go out from here, right, and continue the work we all do to recruit more volunteers, to help folks know how they fit into the city and how they can get engaged, that there are so many possibilities out there to align with whatever interests, whatever skill, whatever time you have to bring that to moving our community forward. And of course, as Tim mentioned, we track some of these big numbers, but we also know that there is so much about volunteer service that can't be tracked in a spreadsheet. We get to see over and over again the positive impact that your volunteer service has on the health and happiness of our community, of taking time for folks who feel seen and feel heard because they have your touch when they're coming in to a place of service, to a place of learning, to a place of work. So to all of you, thank you. Thank you to all the nominators for taking time to recognize excellence in our community. Thank you to all the friends and family that are here. A big part of continuing to grow volunteer service is taking the time out of busy days of work and volunteering to take a moment to stop, take a deep breath, and celebrate what we've accomplished and what you've done individually and together. So just in closing, we are so proud of the work that's represented here today and so grateful for everything you do for our city. Thank you.
And so just to wrap up, we want to make sure that we always understand most volunteers, in fact, probably all of them, most of them, they're not in it for the recognition, right? We all understand that. But actually, even today, events like today's, they're about inspiring other volunteers. And that's why we want to take care today to appreciate and understand. It's, as any good volunteer will tell you, it's not really about showing off or anything like that, of course. But it is about inspiring others. And we know from our Volunteer of the Month program and our One Albuquerque Awards that it actually works. People are like, oh, that's amazing. I think I could do, the following. And so our last call is that even though you already volunteer, remember to tell the stories of other volunteers to people who are maybe not volunteering yet or are just interested. Because you are our best ambassadors to create more volunteers of the year. And so with that, we want to let you know that we're proud of you, we're grateful for you, and we are so fortunate to have you in the city of Albuquerque. Thanks so much, and God bless.
And back over to Miriam.
All right, one more round of applause for Mayor Keller and First Lady Kistin Keller. Woo. So glad that they could be here today. Are y'all ready to get this party started? Thought so. Our first awardee is our Corporate Volunteer Group of the Year. For more than 10 years, Local Union 412 has partnered with the Department of Senior Affairs to power the annual Heats On project, a service that has become essential for older adults in our community as it is a vital safeguard for seniors with limited income or mobility. Each October, 120 volunteers visit seniors' homes to shut down AC units, start up heating systems, check for safety issues, and report needed repairs. All of this is done completely free, and it ensures that older adults stay safe and warm as winter approaches. In 2025, Local Union 412 volunteers contributed more than 840 hours to support 91 older adults with critical home repairs. Their work helps seniors maintain safety, independence, and peace of mind. Let's begin their video.
For you, be here for you.
I don't even know how to pay you.
No payment.
You stay safe now. God bless you, okay?
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
I'll be here for you.
The Department of Senior Affairs with the City of Albuquerque has over a 30-year relationship with the Local 412. This has been built with many strong ties that we've had with the community to ask for volunteers to support our older adults The Department of Senior Affairs has so many folks that request our services, and that's why this relationship is so important. They appreciate the fact that these volunteers take time out of their very busy schedule with their skills and their trade to be able to come into their homes and talk to them, to be able to spend time and make sure that we are properly taking care of their home to be more independent.
So Heat's on, I believe this is our 34th year. I know it's been more than 30 years. We're going back and looking through the records right now to see exactly what it was. It was tough through COVID. There was a few years that it was real tough. And so Heat's on's been something that we still have a few retirees in their 70s. They've been doing this since it started, and it means a lot to them. They think it's one of the coolest things ever. As far as Local 412, we partner up with so many different entities as far as we help train people. We're trying to get young people engaged in a trade. One of the funniest sayings that I've ever seen, but it's very true, plumbers protect the health of the nation. We make sure that they have potable drinking water that's clean. We make sure the sanitary sewer is taken care of properly. So not only is it helping these folks to get what they need, but for sanitary purposes, it's a big deal.
The fact that the Local 412 has been doing this for 30 plus years really makes a mark here in Albuquerque. We receive so many requests as a department for folks that need support, and without this group of dedicated volunteers, it would be so hard to be able to turn those folks away that don't have those means to be able to pay for this themselves. But it's been a very valuable partnership for us.
So for Heat's On every year, we do it in October. We go out to, thank goodness, the City of Albuquerque Senior Affairs Department. They have the homes ready. They have already gone through and made sure these folks are in need. And they may, I think they're low income, so this makes sense. And we'll go out, we will turn on their heaters, turn off their air conditioners, winterize the air conditioners, make sure the gas lines are correct. Make sure they have smoke detectors in the house. Make sure that everything seems safe. What the volunteering does for our folks, we take our seasoned veteran journey persons and we put them with the younger apprentices. So now the younger apprentices are learning from the seasoned folks that really know what they're doing. The camaraderie that happens at the end of the day, they're like best friends now. And I've seen a few of these groups, they literally come back every year and they group up again right away. I'm working with so-and-so and I'm going out with so-and-so, and everybody gets together and they learn from each other. They get to talk a little smack with each other, and they get to, it's the coolest thing to see at the end of the day. Now they're buddies. The
Department of Senior Affairs and our Home Services program greatly appreciates this community volunteer led by the Local 412. We have so many requests that come to us every single day, and it's wonderful that we're able to plan this annual event for the Heat's On program to make sure that we have that impact on our community.
Today, we honor Local Union 412 for their unwavering commitment and the real tangible impact they make every year. Come on out. Awesome, thank you. All right, our next awardee is our Volunteer Group of the Year. They are a remarkable group whose leadership keeps Pueblo history vibrant and alive. The Indian Pueblo Cultural Center volunteers lead hundreds of tours each year, sharing the Pueblo story with visitors from around the world. They support the daily arts and cultural programs, they manage archives, host children's story time, and guide student exhibitions that connect young people to ancestral architecture and traditions. Their work is grounded in the idea of being future ancestors, leading through reciprocity, creativity, and cultural responsibility. Through their dedication, they not only educate visitors and school groups, but strengthen New Mexico tourism and ensure Pueblo history continues to be told with accuracy, pride, and care. Let's begin their video.
This year we are celebrating our 50th anniversary, which is a huge accomplishment here for the Indian Pueblo Cultural Center. The volunteers have many roles here at the Indian Pueblo Cultural Center that are very important to us, which includes helping with our events such as Balloon Fiesta Week, American Indian Week, and of course our programming such as the Indigenous Wisdom Curriculum, and just daily activities and roles to come here and make sure that they support our team in any way that they possibly can.
Well, I started 5 years ago by, I would think, accident. My wife and I have been coming here for such a long time. And so one day, the volunteer coordinator asked me, since you're here so often, would you think about volunteering? And so my wife and I looked at each other. Sure, why not? Since we are here often, we'd like to volunteer. We get great support from the staff. It gives a sense of purpose here while we're here, and meeting visitors from around the city, state, and country. And then the most recent thing that's really been good for our volunteer group is story time. It's about telling stories of Native culture, mainly Pueblo culture, and it's a good fulfillment.
Getting books in the children's hands, but doing it through here is special because we feature Indigenous books by Indigenous authors. If nothing else, they have an Indigenous theme to them. We have readers who come who are Native, and so that when the children come, they're able to see someone who looks like themselves, and they see books that feature people who look like them. And so they relate strongly to that. So it just helps to bring that bit of the Pueblo culture to the general public.
I think our volunteers are very impactful within the community just because they come here eager to learn. They come here willing to share their knowledge with anyone who comes and walks through the doors from all around the world. When they leave the doors, they share their stories and their excitement of being volunteers here, just because IPCC is a unique place. It's the 19 Pueblos all in one place. You learn about the language, the songs, the culture, the art, and I think it's just a unique place that they love coming to, and we love having them here.
When I arrive here at the Culture Center, I have like a extra boost of energy as I walk through the doors. I just get motivated when I come here to volunteer.
Being able to be here and help to educate people about the Pueblo people, the Pueblo culture, understanding that they are still here, and I'm just able to share my love and my admiration for the Pueblo people by being here. It just rocks my world.
I would encourage anyone and everyone to come and be a volunteer here. There's no, it's all based around your schedule, your availability. There's no set number of hours you have to volunteer for. There's a wide range of age groups here, and it's fun, and we're just like family here.
We honor the IPCC volunteers' commitment to preserving culture, uplifting youth, and carrying Pueblo history forward. Let's give them a round of applause.
Good afternoon. Excuse me. I am Nikki Pione, Serve New Mexico Commissioner and Associate Director of the Department of Senior Affairs at the City of Albuquerque. AmeriCorps is the federal agency dedicated to volunteering, service, and civic engagement. Here in New Mexico, the Serve New Mexico Commission serves as the state's designated commission on service and volunteerism, administering funding to AmeriCorps state and national programs. We extend our sincere thanks to the Serve New Mexico Commission and the New Mexico Department of Workforce Solutions for their support in making this event possible. The City of Albuquerque's Department of Senior Affairs proudly sponsors 3 AmeriCorps Seniors programs. They are the Foster Grandparents Program, the RSVP Program, and the Senior Companion Program. The Senior Companion Program, also known as SCP, provides assistance and companionship to older adults who may need support with daily living tasks like grocery shopping or light housekeeping. But beyond these tasks, the impact runs much deeper. Senior companions don't just change lives, they ensure those lives are never lived alone. They offer dignity not through grand gestures, but through consistent, compassionate care. They create friendships that feel more like family than service. And they build meaningful connections through empathy, patience, and shared experience. It is my honor to present the National Service Individual of the Year Award to one of Albuquerque's most outstanding AmeriCorps senior companions, Esther Lopez de Moreno. Let's begin her video.
Esther is a very kind and caring individual. Since the first day I met her, she came into the office wanting to help, and I can tell right away she had a good heart and wanted to help her community. She didn't really know how, and I'm glad she stumbled upon our program. And now she's serving a homebound client as well as individuals here at Little Roses Nursing Home.
Me gusta primero ayudar a las personas, mayormente personas de la tercera edad. Hay muchas personas que están solas, están enfermas, no tienen ayuda, necesitan ayuda. Y eso me llamó mucho la atención. Lo que más disfruto es ayudar y estar con las personas. Más cuando necesitan compañía, ayuda. Muchas personas necesitan ayuda, están enfermos y necesitan platicar, salir afuera. Y eso me gusta mucho.
Esther has, like I said, been helping a homebound client. Every Tuesday, she goes and helps. And one of the things that I noticed right away is that she likes to ask a lot of questions to see if they're okay, what areas they need help with. And this client was having trouble getting in and out of her home. So she didn't have a ramp to come in and out of her house. She was able to get a hold of us. We gave her the number to the Department of Senior Affairs, and she was able to make the call and get someone to build a ramp for her. That was really special because she noticed that need in that client's house. So I'm glad Esther was there to help, and that's a big thing for me, for the program, for the community, because there's people out there that really do care and want to help in any way they can.
Necesitan una compañía, necesitan cuidado de sacarlas un rato afuera, platicar, la comida, ayudarles a comer. Eso es lo que a mí me motiva también, que uno piensa que uno está enfermo, pero hay personas más enfermas que uno y necesitan más.
She's great with other volunteers. She's always reminding them about our upcoming trainings. When they have to submit hours, she's always reminding other volunteers that forget. So she's really helpful. I always hear stories from her volunteer station here that she's always asking for ways that she can help staff if she can. They always tell her that just being here with the client is good, because that's what they need. It's just someone to pay attention to them.
Sí me ha ayudado mucho porque aprende uno muchas cosas. Hay muchas cosas que uno nunca entiende por qué pasan, pero sí he aprendido que hay cosas que hay que valorar en la vida, como las personas que tenemos enfermas necesitan un apoyo, un abrazo, una palabra que los motive, ¿verdad?, a seguir adelante. Yo le diría que necesitamos personas más para el voluntario, para ayudar a la comunidad, porque hay muchas personas que no tienen familia, que necesitan la ayuda de todos, pero todos juntos podemos hacer algo mejor por las personas de la tercera edad.
Muchas gracias, Esther. As a companion, Esther has touched the lives of so many seniors and fellow volunteers. Many thanks to Esther for her dedication as a senior companion. Thank you, Esther.
Good afternoon. I'm Maria Saltemeyer. I am the Volunteer and Community Outreach Manager at the National Museum of Nuclear Science and History. Today we honor Bruce Gronseth. He has spent more than 5 years graciously donating his time to the New Mexico Dream Center. Bruce brings dignity, safety, and hope to homeless youth and survivors of human trafficking. He is the person who literally makes things work. From repairing bikes and furniture to installing locks and safety cameras, Bruce meets every challenge with creativity, skill, and heart. He brings care and excellence to each project. This ensures client residences are comfortable and welcoming. As Bruce says, if you need help with anything, you name it, and I do it. Let's begin his video.
Bruce is one of those guys that is just the guy that you call when anything breaks or that you need help with anything.
You name it and I do it. I guess a jack of all trades, master of none. But like I say, from moving furniture, fixing anything, equipment that needs to be fixed. If it's something that's more requires a license, like electrician or plumber, I can say, well, we need to bring somebody in to do that, but everything else I can do.
He's always been really good about having a quick turnaround time, being able to meet some of the needs that we have for the agency or at client apartments, things like that. And you know, it helps us be good stewards of our resources, and so he's been just a wonderful person to be able to call and to ask for his assistance. I
got started working with New Mexico Dream Center about 2018, 2019 through our church, New City Church. Shelley Repp, who's the director of New Mexico Dream Center, started attending our church, and my wife Kistin and I started coming Friday evenings to help with at-risk youth and the drop-in center at the harbor here with meals and things like that. We were doing that on Friday nights.
I first met Bruce, I think, at a golf tournament where he was helping, schlep things around, getting it ready for setup, and then helping man tables. And then in the weeks after that, witnessed him doing a ton of other things, everything from fixing bicycles to scooters and helping hang Ring cameras, helping with some of the things that had gone wrong at client apartments. And so we know Bruce around here as the guy that you call when things go wrong.
I feel like God called me to kind of become a servant and give back. And so I just enjoy doing service for other people and other organizations, and just continue helping out, especially New Mexico Dream Center, which is such a great organization.
So Mr. Bell's Fix-It Shop, and it's a story about a guy who fixes all the things in the community, the toasters and the bikes and this, that, and the other thing. And so there's a character in the book, a little girl who her doll gets damaged and she's just devastated by it. And he stays late at work and he fixes the doll. And so the sign that had been up in the window previous to the doll incident was, "I fix everything except broken hearts." And then so through the course of the story, she then encourages him to change the sign to say, "I fix everything, even broken hearts." And so I think about the clients that we serve, that we serve really traumatized people here. We've got everyone from youth that have been living on the streets, that have endured all kinds of traumas, to survivors of sex trafficking. To have somebody who's willing to come in and do repairs and to take care of necessities is really, really key, I think, not just to somebody's well-being, but also just to feel loved and to feel cared for. And so to have a volunteer who's willing to step in that capacity really is an emotional healing, not just a healing of the physical thing, whatever it is that's broken.
You can volunteer so many different places in town. There's through a church or different organizations, through the city, of all the programs that the city of Albuquerque has. There's so many ways to volunteer. Just don't be afraid to get out there, and you don't have to volunteer 40 hours a week. Sometimes I think I do. I keep myself very busy, but you could do an hour a week or a couple hours a week and make a difference in other people's lives.
It is my privilege. It is my privilege to present the 2026 Older Volunteer of the Year Award to Bruce Gronseth. Congratulations. Moving on, we are going to celebrate our Youth Volunteer of the Year. We have a lot of wonderful youth in Albuquerque, so this is one of my favorite categories. Saba Ghassanpour is an exceptional young leader whose service bridges compassion, creativity, and science. At the Simply Salud Clinic and the Native Health Initiative, she supports patients by translating medical information into Spanish or Vietnamese, guiding non-English speakers through care, and advocating for clear instructions in their own language. And through the Healers of Tomorrow program, she created and maintains menstrual care stations at her school. Saba also participates in meaningful scientific work, conducting Alzheimer's research at UNM and volunteering in hospice homes. Her leadership extends to Mock Trial and Paint for Peace, where she leads creative community projects. In addition to these volunteer projects, which are very many, Saba also serves at other organizations such as the Albuquerque Biopark and Zoo. This blend of service earned her the 2026 APS Selfless Senior Award. Thank you for being a standout young leader in the Albuquerque community. Let's begin her video.
In what unit is chili heat levels measured? You know this from the TV show. Do you know the TV show? No.
Hot ones. They eat hot wings.
Oh, yeah, I've seen it.
My name is Saba Ghassanpour, and I volunteer a couple different places. I volunteer with the Albuquerque Biopark and Zoo. I volunteer with Nevea Hospice. I also volunteered with Simply Salud, UNM, and a couple other organizations, including the Native Health Initiative. When I first started volunteering at the end of middle school, I was really intimidated by it. I thought that just because I was a volunteer, I wouldn't be able to do anything valuable or worthwhile, or that I would just be around observing. But there's so many good places that have amazing volunteer opportunities, and in fact, there's even a newsletter that the mayor's office sends out that tells you about all these volunteering opportunities and how to engage in them. And I think really it's about taking that first step and putting yourself out there and letting people know you're open to volunteering. My community has given me so much, whether it's resources or support or just like motivation. And I find that volunteering is the best way I can give back. And I try to volunteer in things that are directly tied to my interests, so like law or medicine. And I try to make the people in the community feel the best they can. Like for example, I volunteered with Nevea Hospice. And a big part of why I did that is because I wanted to address the lack of support that was given to individuals that were nearing the end of their life. And it's a little bit heartbreaking because a lot of these people are just put in homes and they don't really have people visit them, or they don't have any sort of like enriching activity or things that they can look forward to on a day-to-day basis. So I decided to address that gap and volunteer with a couple of different hospice homes throughout Albuquerque. I just think it's really fulfilling. And then I also see some of the impact of my volunteer work through volunteering here at the biopark. When I do hands-on activities with kids, anything from like little like turkeys, the finger turkeys, or making bird feeders, or just small stuff, and kids engage with me and they're like, oh, I want to become a veterinarian, or I want to become a conservationist, or I want to go into marine biology and move to Australia. And it's really entertaining, and it's nice knowing that you were part of something that helped a child choose their path, and you were part of the spark. I've learned a lot of stuff that would help me in my future career. I've been able to network and just pick up little pieces of knowledge and information from professionals. Obviously, I wanted to tell a lot of my teachers thank you, especially the Key Club sponsor, Mr. Potter. He got me started in volunteering, and he's helped me volunteer for a lot of places like Roadrunner Food Bank or Ronald McDonald House. And I also wanted to thank my friends and family for supporting me and being there for me and helping me with my volunteering endeavors, and my teachers, who are very encouraging and supportive of me volunteering, even when it means I may not be getting all their homework done on time.
I'm going to close with a quote from John Potter, Saba's Key Club mentor. It has been my pleasure to work with Saba the past few years. She is an example of what a good steward of the community looks like. She not only has participated in many of the Key Club activities to benefit the community, but has also taken initiative to start worthy projects on her own. She was a leader at ECA who inspired others and will be sorely missed. However, I know she will continue her work to support the community, and I cannot wait to see the results of that. Please join me in congratulating Saba on this well-deserved award.
Congratulations.
Hi there, my name is Ryan Woolley. I'm part of the board. And it is my personal honor to present the 2026 Volunteer of the Year Award. Matthew Mallory has transformed lives in Albuquerque by building community where it's needed most, creating spaces of belonging, support, and hope for individuals in recovery. Please join me in celebrating our 2026 Volunteer of the Year, Matthew Mallory. Let's begin the video.
636, 343, 343. I remember when I first worked out, when I first got out of inpatient, I was all malnutritioned and horrible. And watching people progress, watching someone a month later, like really hitting the speed bag, but seeing their face on it, that they achieved something, being a part of that's pretty special. I decided to go to law school, again, to help people in addiction. I want to affect the drug courts. At first it was in Colorado, but now probably New Mexico. So I worked with law school, Yes You Can program that helped me navigate the ideas of getting through law school to law school. And then I moved to New Mexico, met up with Melanie at BFIT 505, and she opened up her gym to the Phoenix. And it's just meeting the community of New Mexico and seeing how much addiction affects New Mexico has been important to me to kind of do what I can to help that situation.
Being a gym that really strives toward community outreach and connection, it just seemed like a great fit that we would bring the Phoenix into BFIT 505. And so through the years, just being present every week, providing outreach and connections to individuals who want to come in and have fitness and wellness be a part of their sober lifestyle was just a cool opportunity for our gym, and having Matthew part of the BFIT 505 family just really has continued to work out.
So I grew up in Albuquerque, and so it's nice to see Matthew's commitment, not only just to this organization, but just to our community as a whole. I mean, he moved here to go to law school, and he's still here. We're hoping he stays here, just because he brings a lot to this community with his commitment. And so it's great to see people wanting to make our community better and bringing these types of organizations to help our community and serve our community. And so we're really lucky to have him here.
We always talk about the 1,000-pound door, the awkwardness of coming into a new place. That door, whatever door it is to a gym, the first time you open it seems to weigh 1,000 pounds, but it gets easier and easier every time, and that's what we want, is people to get used to a world where addiction isn't the most controlling aspect of your life, where you find other joys, you find community, you find people.
He is here almost every weekend. He is consistent. He's constantly there for the community in this organization to provide these activities for folks that are in recovery.
The more people, the more events, and the more people we're able to help. That outreach is the only way the Phoenix survives. So it doesn't just mean you're in recovery, recovery curious. Allies is a huge aspect of that. Showing up to the gym and knowing that even though someone may not be sober or the same as you, they understand what you're going through and they're an ally in it. All of that's helpful. I'm a guest in New Mexico. I'm a visitor in the land of entrapment, as they say. And it's been eye-opening to see the different types of culture, the different types of people that come into the classes. They say the opposite of addiction is community, and the Phoenix really helped me build community, and getting a little workout in is great. So as soon as I got sober and built everything up, it was important to me to give back to the community that kind of helped save my life. There's very few things in life that are selfish acts, and I think volunteering is not one of them because of the joy it gives to you. But it's one of the most rewarding things you can do, is watching people learn and grow and knowing that you were a part of it.
Through his leadership with the Phoenix, Matthew has not only expanded access to sober active programming, but inspired others to step forward and carry out that mission even further. Please join me now in celebrating our 2026 Volunteer of the Year, Matthew Mallory. Congratulations. For more than 5 decades, our 2026 Lifetime Achievement Award winner, Olivia Rivera, has shaped the future of Albuquerque by investing in its youngest learners, designing programs, influencing policy, and creating pathways for early childhood education across our city and state. Let's begin the video.
My name's Olivia Rivera, and I'm a volunteer here at the Read to Me book room. I started volunteering working with children during my high school years, long time ago, and through college. I've always enjoyed working with young children, and after my classes, sometimes I would tutor some of the neighborhood children in their reading. Early childhood has been my passion for many, many years, but it started way back then.
Her lifetime has been full of giving to children and making sure that children in New Mexico, and particularly in the Albuquerque area, is as rich and as full as possible. And she has found numerous ways to enrich the lives of children, one of the main ones being with books.
Well, I was first introduced to Olivia when I would come from the Kiwanis Club, because we heard there were free books available for us to do with our other service work throughout the community. And there were a few key people in the room at that time, including Olivia, who gave me the feeling this was a lot more than just giving out books. But Olivia was the glue because she had all these connections, and it turns out she had a lot to do with forming all the programs that these agencies now treat as, our God-given right in the country. Early kindergarten and kindergarten. She was basically the founder in New Mexico for those programs.
We began the Read to Me program with conversations with the city of Albuquerque, with Bernalillo County, and the Albuquerque Public Schools. And at those meetings, we came to the conclusion that we needed to have books be accessible to children other than in school, books in the home. So we set up the program of Read to Me to collect gently used books. Those books are cleaned, make sure that there's no writing in them or torn pages, and they're fixed up so that they look presentable and are exciting to children. And then we give those books away for free to whoever wants them. We give them to social service agencies, to schools as well, to individual teachers that want them, to give them away to events at schools and in the community, literacy fairs. We put them on the buses, on the rail runner, places where kids can have access to free books, or their parents have access to those books and can take them home. The first 3 years are so important in what the kinds of experiences they have at home or in a child care center or at grandma's house, wherever those kids are. They're soaking in everything that they see, and especially if they're reading, they're excited about it because they read themselves that way. They learn to handle books, and reading and writing kind of happen at the same time. And that's the beginning of the early literacy skills.
Olivia goes beyond the days that we are in this building, sorting and cleaning books and arranging for where they should go next. There's a special Olivia box. So if somebody has a question about a book, is it appropriate? Is it have a crayon mark? Does it have a name in it? It goes to Olivia, she prepares it, and then it goes to the children who really want that book.
There are so many places that could use volunteers, and a lot of places in the city to go. I was thinking about this book. It's called "Oh, the Places You Can Go," and just the inside of it, to me, kind of signified what volunteers can do. There's a lot of different paths we can take within the city, a lot of departments that could use a volunteer or two, and it's a nice way to spend some of your extra time. Volunteering knows that you're making a difference somewhere for someone in the city.
We will go. Even in retirement, Olivia's impact continues through thousands of volunteer hours, ensuring that generations of children experience the joy, wonder, and possibility of learning. Will you continue as we celebrate Olivia?
Wow. Congratulations to all of our amazing volunteers and awardees. As our time together comes to a close, I want to share one. Ryan, you're taller than me. I want to share one final thought with you all. This year alone, just our awardees up here on the stage today devoted over 9,000 hours just in 2025, and just among the awardees you've seen today. 9,000 volunteer hours. That's insane and amazing. Yeah. But each of them began their path in service with nothing, started at square one, and all that they had was a willingness to start. So I encourage each of you to reflect on a need that you see in our community. Ask how you can be a part of that solution and find that willingness to start. Congratulations once again to our awardees. At this time, before you all start shuffling and moving around, I'd like to ask our awardees to please go to the backdrop in the back for photos. Your friends and family are more than welcome to join you back there. And for everyone else, if you want to hang out and mingle, you're more than welcome to do so until 1:45, and then we will kick you out. Have a good one.